Let's talk about Rome, a city where every street corner feels like a movie set, and every stone has a story to tell. You land, grab a life-changing slice of pizza, and suddenly you're surrounded by centuries of history, art, and culture. And then you see it, the Colosseum, rising above the city like a giant time machine, pulling you straight into the past. It's not just a backdrop for selfies, it's a survivor, a monument to Roman engineering and the wild need to entertain. It's a place that's witnessed more drama than any blockbuster ever could. For nearly 2,000 years, it's watched empires rise and fall, outlasting almost everything else built since. Through wars, earthquakes, and centuries of change, it's still here. This place has been a battleground, a fortress, a quarry, even an apartment complex. Now, it's a global icon. Its walls have seen gladiators, emperors, and everyday Romans pass through. Walk up to it and you feel the weight of history. Every stone is worn smooth by millions of footsteps, each one a silent witness to the ages. You can almost hear the roar of the crowd if you listen hard enough. The echoes of ancient cheers and gasps still seem to linger in the air. The Colosseum was the heart of Roman social life, where emperors made their mark, and the public got a spectacle they'd never forget. It was the ultimate gathering place, uniting people from all walks of life. It's a story written in stone, showing off Roman power, construction genius, and their unique taste in entertainment. Every arch and column is a testament to their ambition. Designed to awe and intimidate, it brought people together for events that were both thrilling and terrifying. The games here were legendary, and the energy must have been electric. Today, millions visit every year, climbing the steps and trying to imagine the scale of what once happened here. It's a place where the past feels close enough to touch. Preserving it is a tough job, fighting time, pollution, and crowds, but it's worth it. Every effort keeps this wonder alive for future generations to experience. The Colosseum isn't just Rome's wonder, it's a piece of our shared human story. It connects us to a world both distant and familiar. Ambition, spectacle, survival, etched in stone for the world to see. The Colosseum stands as a reminder that some stories are too big to ever fade away. The Colosseum story starts with Emperor Nero, who, after a devastating fire swept through Rome, built himself a lavish palace on prime city land, unpopular to say the least, as it was seen as a monument to his ego rather than a benefit to the people. When Vespasian took over as emperor, he made a bold move to erase Nero's legacy. He returned the land to the citizens, transforming the site of Nero's private lake into a massive stadium for public use, a gesture that instantly won favor with the Roman people. Construction began in 72 AD, funded by treasures seized from Jerusalem. Thousands of prisoners of war, many of them skilled laborers, toiled day and night, raising the Colosseum from the ground up in a feat of engineering and endurance. The Romans used concrete for the foundation, travertine for the lower levels, and lighter materials above, a clever mix that's helped the Colosseum survive earthquakes, weather, and centuries of change. Each layer was chosen for strength, durability, and innovation. The project was a marvel of logistics and labor, requiring careful planning, vast resources, and the coordination of thousands of workers, architects, and engineers. Vespasian died before it was finished. His son Titus completed the Colosseum and marked its opening with a legendary 100-day festival, filled with games, spectacles, and celebrations that dazzled the city. The Colosseum was a political masterstroke, turning a symbol of tyranny into a gift for the people and transforming public perception of the imperial family. It wasn't just stone and concrete, it was built with political savvy and a deep understanding of public opinion. The Colosseum became a place where all Romans, regardless of class, could gather and be entertained. The result? The world's biggest amphitheater, a statement of Roman power, generosity, and architectural ambition that would echo through history. It set a new standard for public entertainment and architecture, inspiring amphitheaters and stadiums for centuries to come. The Colosseum became the heart of Rome, built to impress, unite, and endure. And it worked spectacularly, standing as an icon of ingenuity and the enduring spirit of a civilization. The Colosseum's design is genius, even by today's standards. It's a marvel of ancient engineering, blending form and function in ways that still impress architects and visitors alike. It's an enormous ellipse, seating up to 80,000 people, more than many modern stadiums. The sheer scale of the structure is breathtaking, and its shape allowed everyone a clear view of the action. Seating was strictly by social rank. The elite sat close, enjoying the best views and the most comfort, surrounded by marble and ornate decorations. The poor and women were relegated to the upper tiers, perched high above the arena, a snapshot of Roman society's rigid hierarchy, visible in stone. Crowd control was next level. 80 entrances and exits, called vomitoria, let tens of thousands in and out in minutes, preventing chaos and bottlenecks. Tickets matched to entrances kept everything organized, ensuring that each spectator found their seat quickly and efficiently. Beneath the arena was the hypogeum, a maze of tunnels for gladiators and animals, hidden from the audience's view, adding an element of surprise to every event. With elevators and trapdoors for dramatic reveals, the Colosseum could transform in an instant, keeping the crowd on the edge of their seats. Imagine a lion suddenly appearing from below the floor, Roman showmanship at its peak, thrilling and terrifying the audience. The velarium, a giant retractable awning, shaded the crowd from the harsh Roman sun, operated by skilled Roman Navy sailors who managed the ropes and canvas. Every detail was engineered for spectacle and efficiency, from the sturdy arches to the clever use of concrete and stone. The Colosseum was a machine for entertainment, blending architecture, logistics, and drama into a seamless experience for the masses. It set the blueprint for stadiums everywhere, inspiring designs for centuries to come. Even now, its design feels modern, timeless, functional, and awe-inspiring to all who visit. That's Roman innovation at its best, a legacy of creativity and ambition that still stands strong today. So what happened inside? A day at the Colosseum was a full-blown event. Morning started with wild animal hunts, lions, bears, crocodiles, imported from across the empire, fighting each other or hunters. Midday brought public executions, criminals and prisoners facing grisly ends, sometimes as part of mythological reenactments. It was brutal, a warning to all, and somehow, lunchtime entertainment. Afternoons were for the main event gladiator contests. Gladiators, slaves, prisoners, or volunteers, fought in carefully matched duels, each with their own weapons and styles. Not every fight ended in death. Gladiators were valuable, and many survived to fight again. The crowd cheered, bet, and sometimes decided a fighter's fate with a gesture. It was violent, complex, and wildly popular, a defining spectacle of Roman life. The Colosseum was the ultimate stage for power, skill, and survival. Eventually, the games ended. Christianity rose, the empire weakened, and the costs became too high. The last gladiator fight was in the early 5th century. Animal hunts faded a century later. The Colosseum fell silent, its purpose lost. Earthquakes damaged it, especially the south wall, giving it today's iconic look. People scavenged its stones for new buildings, turning it into a giant quarry. In the Middle Ages it became a fortress, a workshop, even a makeshift apartment block. For centuries it was neglected, overgrown, and filled with debris. Botanists studied the wild plants growing inside. The hypogeum was buried and forgotten. The Colosseum was no longer Rome's center, just a ruin, a curiosity, a source of building materials. Its glory days were over, but its story wasn't finished. The world had changed, but the Colosseum endured. Centuries later, the Colosseum's value was rediscovered, as people began to see it in a new light. Renaissance artists and architects studied its arches and engineering, sparking new admiration and inspiring fresh ideas in design. In the 1700s, popes declared it sacred, ending the quarrying and starting a new era of restoration and care. Crews cleared debris, uncovered the hypogeum, and stabilized the crumbling walls, preserving its ancient structure. The focus shifted from using the Colosseum to understanding and preserving it for future generations. Archaeologists pieced together its history, finding artifacts and clues about its past, revealing stories long forgotten. The Colosseum became a symbol of shared heritage, not just Roman power, but a legacy for all humanity. The Italian state took over in the 1800s, continuing restoration and protection with renewed dedication. It's a never-ending job, fighting weather, pollution, and time, as the Colosseum endures. But now, it's a monument for the world, not just Rome, welcoming millions each year. Its second act, a global icon, preserved for future generations to admire and cherish. In 2025, the Colosseum is more famous than ever. Why? It's a symbol of ambition, spectacle, and survival. Real, raw, and unforgettable. It reminds us of human creativity and brutality, all in one place. The Colosseum has survived earthquakes, wars, neglect, and repurposing, yet it stands. It's the ultimate survivor, just like Rome itself. Today, it's a global symbol, one of the new seven wonders, a backdrop for events, even activism. When a country abolishes the death penalty, the Colosseum glows gold, a powerful transformation. Walking its corridors, you follow in the footsteps of emperors, gladiators, and ordinary Romans. It collapses time, making history feel immediate and real. As long as it stands, it will inspire awe and curiosity. The Colosseum is a living story of civilization, ambitious, complicated, enduring. And that's a legacy worth celebrating.